Alright, hello everybody, welcome to a Skywars video. So this is a Skywars game from Cubecraft, and it was possibly one of my favourite games I've played of Skywars on Cubecraft for a number of reasons. Let's just get right into it. I'm doing solo commentary here, post-game commentary I should say, and I've edited it quite a bit because the final time was 25 minutes. This is 15 minutes, and you'll see why I only cut it down to 15. Anyway, I couldn't remember if there was a chest on top of the tree. We're on this map here with the rainbows and that. Stack player decides to ender pearl to centre. Probably a smart move given most of the good loot is at centre. I got one shot on them there, but I block up because I saw an arrow fly past me from that side. Then I managed to get a shot on this guy. Didn't realise I had a punch bow, and that guy flies into the void. Another guy over there, but I decide to leave him alone. That's my wall. That's protection. And then I decide it's a good idea to get across to the other island. And I go on the offensive. And I also check the chests, or I certainly check that chest. I don't check this chest down here. I put a sword in the furnace to hide it from people, but I don't check the chest because I assume that there's nothing in it. Anyway, I got a shot on a player over there. And I continue my offensive towards them. They're on a yellow island. It's very hard to get to the centre here if you don't have ender pearls. Like, you've got to bridge a long way. So at the minute I'm content as a cucumber just to go and take out players at the side. Anyway, so I was glitched here. There's a block, a ghost block there. The reason there's a ghost block, and I didn't figure this out until, right now, is that I've actually got a really, really OP pickaxe. Had no idea you got those. This was OP mode, I should add. So we got lots of OP items. Anyway, I decided to shoot at a guy across the map. More of a pot shot. What do you know? Sometimes you just got to try and anything can happen. So yeah, managed to get a nice long shot there. Go for two in a row, but unfortunately that guy makes it to safety in time. And I decide to take the plunge and bridge into the centre islands. Fortunately, I managed to reach them with little hassle, and as you will see by my armour bars and in my inventory, I don't actually have a chest plate yet. So I'm full diamond apart from my chest plate, so 3/4 in effect. I don't even think I've seen a non-diamond chest plate, so that's kind of bad. I should be grabbing the diamonds from the island, but I did try to grab one diamond, but it didn't work for some reason. Oh, because it's a wooden pickaxe I've got. Oh, I just worked out right there and then. I had a wooden pickaxe. Anyway, so someone just ender pearled in to centre, so I anticipate a fight will happen, therefore it's safe for me to continue island hopping, as the Americans did in World War II. Or the Allies, I should say. Then we continue. The fight is still going on, so I can make my way across to the next island. There's a guy over there. Quick shot, and he's off the map. So we're down to, I think, 3 players. Meanwhile, there's a pretty intense fight going on in centre. I deem it safe to continue to move. But I'm still lacking a chest plate, and in none of these chests, I'm getting plenty of god apples, but I'm getting no darn chest plate. I got a better helmet, Prot 3 Proj 4 I think it was. And now I just need to wall up, make sure I don't get hit. Anyway, that guy's kind of guessing where I am. He might be in a call with a spectator, which is why he might know where I am, because as you can see there's a couple of people watching, but I don't know for sure. So yeah, I continue bridging when he's headed off. Doesn't seem to want to come back, and I decide it's safe to continue on to the red island. I'm trying to remember the name of this map, but I really don't remember. Anyway, time to continue to build walls and collect loot. Check for that elusive chest plate that I so desperately need. He outgears me a lot, or the other player outgears me a lot, if I do not have the chest plate. I'm missing, I think, 4 armour bars, which is, yeah, quite a hefty price. Anyway, start to bridge, decide against it, and then I wait there. The guy decides to come back, have a look, and things have changed since he was last here, which is kind of funny. Almost like the Weeping Angels from Doctor Who. Kind of, maybe not, but, you know, I'll leave that analogy there. Anyway, he continues to take a look, and then once he's gone, I decide to go over to the purple island. Now, this is a moment of, well, a moment of madness. I go down the ladder, there's TNT there, completely don't acknowledge it, and it almost costs me the game. And if I F5 now, look, the guy's looking down because he's expected me to fall, which, to be honest, I would have expected someone to fall after that. Thankfully I didn't. I'm still alive. Decide to give him a few arrows to think about. So that's the first time I think he's seen me. I mean, he might have seen me before, but so far he's always been looking around for me. I decide to build walls at the back. Building walls at the back is vital because of punch bows. I don't want to get pinged off the side. That was him having a shot there. So I'm almost forting at this point. Oh, there's the abyss. Don't want to see that. Anyway, I'm back on the red island. The reason I came back to the red island was because I thought I could get a better angle on the guy if he tried to cross. But there he is, right in front of me. Wasn't to be, so I now just have to be satisfied with pegging him with arrows and turning him into a hedgehog. Until he walls, that is. Don't think he's a shield, otherwise he would probably use it. I decide to widen the bridge a bit just to, you know, for an escape route, because I feel I will need it imminently. But he starts to hit some shots on me, which isn't the best, purely because, as you can see, I'm taking damage. I cannot take the arrow fire. I have no chest plate still, so he can tank the hits. I can't. At this point, I'm just hitting him just to, I don't know, wind him up or play on his mind a bit or something. I don't know. Anyway, I block up there to prevent him from getting over to me easily. Shoot him a bit more, and then it's time to run. And I decide at this point I want to try and get to the next island, which is very risky given the fact his attention is all on me at this point. He's finished his business in the centre of the map. Get to Orange Island. I thought he was going to shoot me there. Maybe he was trying to. Yeah, I heard the arrow there. And it's time now to check the chests. There's an ender pearl, which is great. It means we can get to centre easily, and it's something I really want to do with or without a chest plate. But there we go. We have got ourselves our chest plate, and we are ready for the final battle. Nevertheless, I decide that with him being so close, I decide it's probably best to vacate the island and go to centre. So I do that. And now I've, in theory, got the upper hand, although it's easier to hide when you're on the small islands, especially with all those walls. I've got a lot of levels, so I decide to give myself all of them, and I'm going to do a bit of combining in the anvil. First of all, we're going to make a sharpness 5 with our 2 sharpness 4 swords, and then we're going to make sharp 5 fire 2, which is insane. Then we've got punch 2, power 2 punch 1, and then we turn that to punch 2 later on. The guy's kind of making his way along the islands. I'm just kind of letting him go at this point. I wasn't really trying to kill him because I was kind of wanting him to come to centre, because I thought, you know, might as well have a fight. And also I didn't want to like have my bow trained on him and then, you know, him to hide forever and ever. And I put up walls here because I don't want to be knocked off. Admittedly, that kind of prevents him from getting knocked off if he ever came to fight, but you know, I just wanted to manipulate the terrain a bit for my own benefit, if you like, because I deemed myself to have the advantage with the amount of knot shackles I had. So anyway, I invite him to come over, not verbally, but you know, just by hiding, and battle ensues. So with the lava placement there, this was actually a very interesting fight. Oh, need to extinguish myself there, and a bit of slappity slap slap with the swords. I like the melee sounds, I've got to admit. Oh yeah, I forgot to put a disclaimer on this, 1.9 PvP folks, so if you want to see, if you want to see 1.8 PvP or 1.7 PvP, you probably subbed to a few YouTubers, you can go watch them instead. Anyway, we continue with our battle. It's pretty epic in my opinion. Get a nice lava on the wall there, which he unfortunately decides to extinguish. I didn't pick it up in time. Getting all the critical hits in there. So at the minute I deem that I've got the upper hand. Don't think he's eaten a knot shackle. I'm pretty sure I've not eaten a knot shackle. He starts to use his bow a bit more. And I managed to get a hit there, round the corner, and we continue with the fight. It's quite It's quite cool, yeah, I must admit. It's the high fire is a bit off-putting, but apart from that, it's a pretty cool fight. W-taps do work, by the way. I was attempting them there. W-taps do kind of work in 1.9 plus. They just work a little differently. You kind of need to time your hits and the taps of the W key simultaneously, I think, or something like that. I'm sure somebody else can advise me on it. I really don't know, but he was getting knocked back. It was kind of working. Anyway, we've both eaten our notch apples, or god apples, and he resorts to the bow. I'm guessing I was winning, hence why he's resorted to this. As you can see, it's punch 2, so it's kind of like it's a valuable weapon in such a map, because if there was no walls, he could knock me right off, which I'm glad he can't. This is why I put up the walls, in case something like this happens. I tried to get a wall down quickly, but I wasn't quick enough. As you can see, I swapped a lava bucket onto my bar. My thinking there was I was going to try and obsidianize him, like obsidianize his head and kill him that way. Easier said than done, but in such a small enclosure, I thought I had a chance. We just need to continue to use our shield. I do have spare shields, so I wasn't too worried about the durability. There's some more of that going. Decide to hop towards him, do a few bunny hops towards him, not the illegal bunny hops, but just the type you do when you're trying to get towards a player. I just invented that term. There you go. That was me swapping out my shield just to make sure I had enough durability on the next one. He continues with his use of the bow. Oh, and he doesn't seem to want to sword fight all that much. He does go in there. I don't know why he ceased from using the bow. Anyway, as he gaps here, I realise he's up against the wall, and I decide that it's almost time to strike. So I get the blocks down, I get the lava. He's of course got fire res, so he's not going to take damage from the fire, but as you can see, managed to obsidianize his head. Unfortunately, he had a really good diamond pickaxe in his inventory, so he was able to dig it pretty much instantly. So yeah, it did absolutely nothing. But, you know, whatever. You win some, you lose some. Battle continues. The most intense Skywars fight of all time on any server. Okay, maybe that's a bit of an over-exaggeration, but I think it's a pretty good fight. He seems to use the bow quite a bit at this point. He's very much on the back foot. I was pretty happy with how I was doing, to be fair. I was pretty confident at this point that I just needed to wear him down. Oh, he gets another bow shot there. Although obviously the more he uses the bow, the more it's going to be difficult for me to get anywhere near him. Decide to use the wall a bit, just to give myself a bit of respite. The guy in chat wants to calls my name, no idea why. And talking about getting worn down, his armour is on a downward spiral, I should say. I assume that's him looking for another one. James, you suck. And you swallow. No, oh, he also tried to spleef, but thankfully there was something below me. I'm so glad that there was wool down there, because that would have been just a complete rip. I did not expect that at all. Managed to obsidianize his lava, not that it would have done much, as I had fire res from the god apple. I also had multiple god apples. His boots go. I was going to say I should have done that before. I should have like used a pickaxe and another sword to wear down his armor. I never thought of that, but I mean, whatever. The way I'm doing it now is fine. I was trying to drop him, to be honest, because I thought, you know, Sharp 5, Fire 2 is pretty OP. I don't know what sort of sword he has. I assume it's Sharp 5 as well. Pretty much exactly the same, because you get duplicates of the swords. James, you suck at MC. What aspect, mate? What aspect? Be specific. No, the bow continues. Pillar archery. I thought that should have hit me. His shot that missed there should have hit me. Anyway, I get a few more shots in him. Not doing too badly. So I'm outmatching him in melee, which is good. I decide to go in a bit more. At this point, he's very much on the back foot, and I kind of sense that the end is nigh. Although I open a chest and then decide to use a notch apple, just in case. Better safe than sorry, if you've ever heard me use that phrase. And we continue with the melee. I get a bunch of hits. He's chugging, and there's a win. Thank you for watching all. I will catch you next time.